Hello and welcome to the first episode of Thematically Speaking, almost on time. I'm here to talk to people from theme parks, attractions and the leisure community. And today my premier guest, which I'm very excited to introduce, very big part of the entertainment team at Alton Towers, has toured with its successful musical, and he is the happiest guy I've ever met. This is Demitri Lampra. How you doing?
Hello, how you doing,
Finally got
mate?
in after technical
Finally.
difficulties.
So sorry, so sorry.
That's all right.
I'm only good at turning on a PlayStation. When it comes to anything else, haven't got a clue. Do you know what I mean? So,
How you been
hey,
anyway?
yeah, good, buddy. How are you been? You
Yeah,
okay?
I'm really good. Yeah.
It's, it's been a moment.
Yeah, just then. Yeah, but I thought we'll go straight into it. Uh,
Yeah,
because people want us to talk about Alton Towers, but I think that's going to take up
of
a big bit
course.
of it. But what I'd like
That's
to
all
do
right.
is, if we start at the beginning, and I thought I'd draw a line in the sand. Uh, if we
I,
start when you first got your passion for performing
feel
arts.
I feel like it's from the Goonies. You know when he goes start right at the beginning. Well, in the fourth grade, I got you know that bit. So where I got my passion from performing art, from performing in general. So my dad has been a singer, was a singer, a very successful singer for phew, years,
You're
basically.
allowed to name drop.
Yeah, he was in a band called Apollo, who they were on like TV a couple of times and stuff like that. And then he went on his own for a bit, and he was known as like around the Midlands, he's known as like Peter King, and then he changed his name to Peter Angelo. So I think my passion come from performing from my dad, and my mum was a receptionist at a dance school. So instead of kind of getting childcare, they just put me in like baby ballet. And I remember my first ever dance was at a dance school in Coventry called Studio One, and I did a ballet number. I know the size of me, a ballet number, but I was only a kid, and yeah, and all I had to do is stand in the middle and run around and give these roses to little girls when I was 4 years old. So yeah, I started when I was four, and kind of not stopped really, and I think that's where my passion came from. I mean, I'm into my sport as well. I love football and stuff like that. And then when I went to secondary school, I don't know. I just thought it wasn't cool,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
I tried to hide it a little bit. And I remember my sister, who's a year younger, she loved singing, was a big singer. Um, better than me. Loved it all, and she's a year younger, and she came in year seven, and I was in year eight, and she told the teacher that I could sing, and the teacher didn't even know. So I got away with it for a whole year, and then of course I sang, and then I got more popular in school, and I just thought actually I could be who I wanted to be, like be a
Mm,
singer and a performer and stuff like that. If actually without actually hiding who, like a fake me just to be cool, if you get what
yeah.
I mean. So yeah, so that's where I guess
So, so
where
how
the
did you
passion came from.
start working at Alton Towers? Did you
How
work in the
how I
park
started?
first, or
No,
did you
no,
go
no,
for
no, no.
entertainment?
So after stage school, I went and got
Was
a
that
job.
instead of the when you say stage school? Was that like a special school, or was it
Yeah,
aside from
it's
normal school?
no, it's a stage school is kind of like a university or a college. Some of them
Oh,
do
okay.
college grades, and some of them do university grade, BTEC diplomas, and all that. And sorry, I've got something in my eye. And basically, yeah, I went to stage school, and it's a bit like the movie Fame, where
Yeah.
you see people like stretching in the legs behind here in the corridor, and
Was it a big
um,
competition?
yeah,
Like,
well,
or did you? Well, you all got on, I assume, but was there
yeah,
a bit
yeah,
of
yeah,
competition
yeah.
behind
Oh,
the smiles?
of course. You all for there wasn't a lot of males there, so the males got we had to audition like everyone else, of course,
Mm.
but um, we only had a certain selection of male people there, so we only had certain parts for different people. But I know the girls, especially, oh my word, like they're like, "Hi, yeah, yeah, good luck." I hope she don't get it, that kind of thing. And but yeah, so I went to stage school, and when I left stage school, I worked for an amazing company called Image Musical Theatre, where we did original school books, original books. Sorry, so we did like things like Jungle Book, The Wind of the Willows, The
Wind of
Selfish
the Willows.
Giant. Oh, I played Mr. Toad. It was still to this day probably one of my like favorite roles to ever play. Because he gets everything. He's cheeky and gets to dress up in a washerwoman's outfit
It's
and
the
run
way he's
away.
kind of unaware of himself. That's what I
Oh,
always like
it's
about him.
brilliant. It's brilliant. And of course, we went around a lot of primary schools, and I loved it because a lot of the children who come to see when we went to see the shows, they've probably never been to the theatre before or never seen a live performance. So to be in their dining hall or on their stage in a school and they're watching this theatre show, they were like, oh my God. So I worked for this company called Image Musical Theatre, and I met an amazing young man called Peter Cliff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
so
voice used to be the voice of Fireworks.
the man, the legend. So I met Pete, and I remember Pete. He probably will, kill me for this, but I remember Pete turning up late for the first day of rehearsals, and Brian, the director, was like, "Oh, where are you there? Oh, no. Oh, the trains are these bloody trains and all this kind of stuff." Anyway, Pete come in about an hour and a half to 2 hours late, and he's like, "I'm really sorry, the trains and all this kind of stuff." And he sat next to me. I'm like, "Hi, I'm Demitri. Nice to meet you." And he's like, "Hi, I'm Pete." Blah blah. And we clicked straight away. And I said, "So why were you really late?" He went, "Oh, I went out last night." So do you know?
It's an instant trust.
Yeah. So straight away he's like, "Oh, just really had a couple of drinks, really." So, yeah, we got really close, and we were both doing different tours. He was doing The Selfish Giant. You can imagine what part he was playing because he's 6'6", and I was doing Wind of the Willows. But we kept in touch all the time, and there was one when I think I was in Derby, and he was like, I don't know, like Stoke or something, so quite close. And we ended up meeting up, and we just stayed in touch ever since. And then of course when he was, I know he was involved in Alton Towers at the time, and when he finished that tour, he got promoted at Alton Towers, and then he was like, "Oh, I think you'll be great at Alton Towers, your personality, and blah blah. I'd love you to see you for Subterra." Which is the ride connected
Was that
with.
the first time you worked there? Was Subterra?
Yeah, Subterra. Yeah.
I don't know why I assumed you've been there longer than that. I don't know.
No, Subterra, and then that was connected with Nemesis and stuff like that. And apparently the ride had opened, and it was okay, but a lot of people got out of the lift, and it was a lot of people got out of the lift and was like, "What's going on? It's just a strobe maze and stuff like that." So Pete had the idea of putting live actors in there, so they're like contaminated and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was one of the live actors in there, and
there was a sink outside as well, wasn't there?
Yeah.
I remember seeing you once at that. Yeah, you looked like you're baking in there.
Yeah. It was yeah.
But no, I think the first time I met you was I can't remember the name of the character now, but when you were the clown in Carnival.
Oh, the Barker.
I think that was the year they had the power cut when it was about to open, so you kind of came out and kept the crowds happy.
I tried my best at least, and I didn't really know what I was doing there, because that was my first year as the Barker and stuff like that. But honestly, that part, even now, like when I've done other Scarefests, and even people walk past and go, "Oh my God, it's the belly button man," and even now, like, so I love the Barker, and it was just full on, tickling my belly button and seeing people's reaction as soon as they walk in, go,
they will actually throw up.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know what it is. Like, I remember Pete didn't like people like touching their belly button or anything like that, and of course I used to like tickle mine and go, "All right, let love. Yeah, do you want to smell my belly button? It smells like pork pies." And of course everyone's just like, "Do you know what I mean?" So
did Pete Cliff ever act?
Yeah. He was when he first went to Towers, he's done all the loads of Scarefests, and he did the pirate show in Mutiny Bay for a bit. He was one of the pirates in there.
I would say that is, sorry to interrupt you, I'd say that is probably probably mainly for families because I don't go in the scare mazes. But
Yeah.
I'd say that's what you're most remembered for with a lot of people is the pirate you played.
Yeah,
With that.
Sharktooth Jack, and I mean, even now they're still using some of my images, you know. And like Pete sent me one the other day, and it was like, and I was on a dessert menu, and it's me with the pirate sword just going and I was like, oh look, I'm a pineapple. So do you know what I mean? So, but yeah, I just yeah, it was great. I loved playing Sharktooth. He was a great little character. He was great, especially, you know, the bit when I was like Muffin, you know, all that kind of stuff. I don't know if do you ever see the show?
I've walked through and seen the end of it because I kind of didn't know it was on. If
Yeah.
you see what I mean, because I
So basically,
wasn't aware
there's a
of it.
bit. So Sharktooth, you know, he's not the brightest tool on the ship, shall we say? And he just kept, and it was called the capture of Lady Victoria Sponge. And but
Yeah,
of
I remember
course, every time he used to get the saying wrong, so it'd be like Lady Jaffa Cake or stand there French fancy, and then, you know, the bit when I was going off, I don't know how it ended coming to that bit, but I just literally, I remember there was a bloke sitting in front of me, and he wasn't listening to what I was saying, so I just went, and you, Lady Muffin, 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 and I just looked at him. I was like, Muffin, Muffin, you know, Muffin, like trying to get the joke, and he just weren't having it, and I just kept going, and then it made it even funnier and funnier, and then it just stuck really. So yeah, that was probably, and I get that a lot, you know, just people shouting Muffin at me all the time. So that was quite funny.
I know you did the Towers Street. I'm going to get this wrong. The Towers Street, the policeman.
Yeah, the ATTP.
But I also, I don't know if you're a part of it. Were you ever a part of? There was the kind of like park keepers going around.
Yeah, no, I was never a part of that.
Because they drove that van, and you reminded me of that then when you talked about that guy who wasn't paying attention. There was one time I was on my phone, and I've not got the photo on me, but I was on my phone, and James took a photo, and I think he took a video as well, because Hannah was stood behind me, just impersonating me. Yeah,
Broccoli,
my phone. Yeah.
Hannah Broccoli, love her to pieces.
And then
yeah,
I like
honestly,
turn around, and she's there just mimicking me.
Honestly, like there's moments like that which is brilliant. I mean, you know, even now I see some clips from people that they put on YouTube and all that kind of stuff, and you know, you got Paul Coulter and Chris Cope that's still there, and Baggers that are still there, you know, and they just literally mimic people, and it's just hilarious. And I remember, you know, if they see a muscly guy walking down the street or anything like that, like he's tight to it, and they'd always play, I'm too sexy for my heart.
Did you ever drive the pirate ship?
No, that was Sir Edward England a lot of the time. So I know I played Sharktooth, so I had to walk everywhere, which was quite good because I needed the exercise.
But yeah, I have got some photos actually.
Oh yeah.
Well, I just went through. You said I could go through your Facebook.
Oh yeah. Oh, there he is. What a handsome fella.
Well, his name Barkley, wasn't it?
The Barker. Yeah, the
Barker.
Barker. Yeah. No wonder I'm single. Look at that. If that's on my Facebook. Oh my word. Yeah, there he is.
There you go. And there's the ATTP. There's
ATTP
on there as well.
And do you know what my name was in ATTP?
Demitri. Demi, the demigod.
No, Officer Tiny.
Oh. That was last year, just gone, wasn't it? Darkest Depths.
That was last year, yeah. Darkest Depths.
I didn't get there last year, but Dan Leach told me about it. He said it was good.
Yeah, what a cast.
Did you take a break before that when you were doing your musical and stuff?
What do you mean?
Did you take a break from doing Alton Towers, like the Scarefests?
Yeah, so what happened was, of course, you know, unfortunately the Smiler accident happened, and then a lot of the entertainment lot got cut from Alton Towers. So I worked at I stayed up in Cheadle for a bit and didn't know what I was doing, and then there he is. Look at that handsome fella. And then I kind of moved back into commentary. I did a couple of more shows and you know, little tours and stuff like that. And then I got my big break into Kinky, really. So
There is something I want to get into about Kinky, but I didn't know if you wanted to move on to that yet, or keep talking about.
Yeah, no, we could talk about Towers still. I saw the interviews with Towers this year, and I was like, I really want to go back, but
were you kind of already in because Pete Cliff? Not in a bad way, but were you kind of already?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I still
had to do the proper audition.
Yeah, I still had to do the proper audition and stuff like that. And I remember, when Pete said, do you want to come and audition? And I was like, yeah, absolutely, I'll come and audition. He was like, I'm not guaranteeing you the job, and he said that for every part, shall I say, I've auditioned for. So I've never. In all my roles, I've known maybe quite a lot of people either in the cast already, and it's never been, yes, you've got the job, don't worry about it. So
what's it like, the actual process?
The process
it's more audition than recruitment, but is it? I suppose it's not as regimented.
No, it's not. I mean,
you kind of have to feel easy to do.
Yeah,
I've seen kind of bits of it in the documentaries they've done and stuff, where you kind of have to do really silly things at times to see what kind of actor. You obviously got to jump into roles and things like that.
Well, yeah, of course, and you've got to be on your feet a lot of the time, and as in not physically, but if something's thrown at you, then you can react to that.
Yeah,
you see what I mean? So you've got to be on your feet for that. But it depends what role you go for. I mean, Scarefest, the auditions for Scarefest, I've always enjoyed because it's not just an audition that you go through the door, you try and do your best in 5-10 minutes, and then you're out again. It's kind of like a longer process.
Is it like a group thing, or do you have to do
it
on your own?
Yeah, no, it's a group thing, and because that's what it is. Scarefest, you've been there. All the towers. It's a team. Yeah. You have to work well as a team, and you have to bounce off each other as a team, and especially in the scare zones. Kieran Kimberley did it this year. He was like looking over it, and Simon was looking over it all this year. And you've got to work well as a team. As someone could be sustain and scare, and while that group's coming in, you could be an impact scare. Do you know what I mean? So you've got to, but that might not be scripted. You might not script that. You might just feel that, or see the groups being held, and then you've got to jump in, and you've got to work well as a team. So yeah, you're never really on your own. The only time you're on your own if they want you to do some sort of script, or a song or something like that. They'll ask you, do you mind reading this, or do you mind doing that and stuff like that. But yeah, when I did first audition was Subterra, I still had to be there and try and they do something called the scare chair, and I was awful the first time I did it because I was just laughing. Me.
What, is there someone sat down? You've got to scare
them. So I don't know if I could give all these secrets away, but so it's called a scare.
Well, don't say nothing you're not allowed to say.
Yeah, no. But basically, you have the whole group behind you, and then you have someone with their back to you, and you've got to either make noises like a clown, I'm coming for you, or you could be really quiet and then like a really loud noise, or you could be whispering, I'm coming to get you, or that kind of stuff, just to freak them out, really. But yeah, it was that's one. I love doing the scare chair. I love doing the sketch, especially when I did it with Emma Cosgrove. Do you remember Emma Cosgrove?
I probably would if I saw it, but I
yeah, you probably would. Emma Cosgrove, Bex used to do it as and Stephanie did it this year, and yeah, it's very, very funny.
I remember a lot of people from like 2012 to like 2014ish kind of era, like yourself. I remember Hannah Broccoli. Obviously, I still talk to Kieran Quinn quite a lot.
Yeah, Quinny's still there. Quinny was in
Darkest Depths, wasn't he?
Darkest Depths with me this year. He played the captain quite a lot of the time. And
what is nothing I was going to ask? I'm jumping about, but
sorry.
Could you go into? I don't know if you're allowed to talk about it, but I remember people talking about the role. What's the show captain?
A show captain. So you have a show captain on every maze or attraction, and basically they just really look after you as a performer.
Are they in charge of the the props at all or anything like that, or is it just the staff?
So it's about like show captain is about like keeping your level of intensity up. So keeping motivation in throughout the cast and all that kind of stuff as well. And and still, if you've got a problem, if you feel ill, they'll go, "You okay? Look, go and have 5 minutes. I'll step in for you," and stuff like that. You'll never have. We had a great show captain this year called Gary. He was amazing, absolutely amazing. Like, would do anything for any member of cast. He was absolutely phenomenal, and he's still there now. Actually, Gary Johnston. I forgot his last name.
Oh, if he sees this, he's gonna.
I know. I'm so sorry, Gary. Gary, I love you. I'm so sorry. But yeah, he was amazing, and he always got us all motivated, got us focused, did warm ups and stuff like that, put on a break, and especially you're in position throughout the scare maze. He would do the rotor, so he would do the brake system for you. Yeah, phenomenal.
Stacey was just saying that. Did you do your own makeup and outfits?
Outfits, no. Makeup, yes, but we were showed by professionals. So for the Barker, that's actually kind of taken from the Rob Zombie film.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I know the guy you mean.
Captain Spaulding, I think his name was.
Yeah, I don't know his name, but yeah, it was, was it House of a Thousand Corpses?
That's the one, yeah. And yeah, so we kind of with the big blue eyes and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's when I had to shave my hair for that role. I remember Pete saying to me, "Will you shave your hair?" And I was like, "Yeah, do it." So I had.
What would you have said if you said no?
I don't know, like I don't know, like. But Pete knows me, like we did tours together and stuff like that, and I think Pete knows that there's not a lot of things I won't do, As in,
do you ever work at Fright Nights?
I haven't. No, I haven't. Never worked at Fright Nights.
Would you be put off from that?
Not really. No, not really.
I think I wasn't sure if Thorpe had a reputation.
No, I just think.
Have you ever had something happen to you in the mazes like that? Like someone not attacking you as such, but like maybe they'll lash out because they're scared.
Hi, Stacey, if you're watching. Hi, Stacey. Yeah. I mean. There's two different things, isn't there? So there's always a natural reaction, and you can tell when there's a natural reaction. So if you scare someone, if someone goes, "Oh," do you know what I mean, and hits you by accident, then that's a natural reaction. You get it all the time. You get some kids come up to you or thinking they're really hard and stuff, want to chest, especially because I'm a big guy. They see that in the strobe, like, "Yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna?" And you just and unfortunately, all I do is just step aside. I don't even try and scare them. I don't even try and act to them because there's no point. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, you've got to be careful. Sometimes you do get a lot of people just thinking, strangely, they can hit people, and it's really strange. But on the defense of Alton Towers, when it did happen to a member of staff, you press an e-stop straight away. The show captain will go, "What's wrong?" Blah blah. You tell him, radio through security up there in a shot. It's like they're around the corner, but they're not.
I've been in one e-stop, and I think it's because they thought there might be a fire or something.
Oh, really?
And that was a thought, but it's not till you get the e-stop and everyone suddenly breaks character. You realise how well the acting is.
Yeah. It's really strange as well.
It takes you off guard because you're like, hang on.
But it's quite funny as well because they've just gone through, they've just passed you, and then all of a sudden the e-stop goes, and you've just gone, "Rah," and then the e-stop goes. You're like, "Yeah, just go that way, please." Do you know what I mean? And they're like, "Oh, it's actually quite nice," even though they're still going past, going, "I'm sorry." Do you know what I mean? And yeah, it's funny, but I always felt safe when I was at Towers, always. So,
What was the name of? I've forgotten this as well. The name of the Fairy Tales one.
Oh, what was that?
That was a good one. It used the music from the Alice in Madness game.
Yeah, I was a pig.
Yeah,
I was a pig in that. I think it was just called Fairy Tales, wasn't it?
I'm not sure. Something like I don't know if that had a.
No, I think it was just called like Fairy Tales. Oh man, if Chris Cope was here, he was in there as well. He played
Robin
one
Hood.
of Robin Hood, yeah. But yeah, that was a great one. That was a great little one because of course
Oh,
we did
Scary Tales. It was Scary Tales.
Scary
Stacey said.
Tales. Yes, Stace. Fairy tales. How scary does that sound? But yeah, we set that up because that was a night maze, if you can remember.
Yeah.
Because a lot of that cast was doing the Ancestors. That was the first
Oh
ever
yeah.
time.
So that was for them to do at night.
Yeah, so we did the Ancestors in the day, which was amazing, and then we did that at night. So
Oh no, I don't have an ancestors photo there. I thought I had the
no.
ancestors photo, but
Oh,
no.
what of me as the caveman?
Do you think? I mean, you might not think this, but I think the scare zones, not the one, because some people would say that Scary Tales was more of a scare zone than a actual full-on maze. But
Yeah,
I think the scare zones that are out in the open sort of ruin the mystique of it.
it's so hard. I personally think it's really hard to do an outdoor scare maze just because when it's light.
Oh no, I mean like the scare zones they have now, like they'll have some roaming actors.
All
They
right,
had them in Forbidden Valley, and what I
right,
mean
okay,
by ruin the mystique, sort of, if you see something too often, you can't really be scared of it. And even though you know the
yeah,
chainsaw's not real, I remember without meaning to, in the Forbidden Valley one, I was just going up to the person with a chainsaw and
yeah,
just
yeah,
out of instinct James going, oh look, it's a real chainsaw, just take the chain out. And the
yeah,
person's getting annoyed, and I'm not
yeah,
meaning
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
take take away the scaredness of it. But also, if you're seeing it all the time, it's not really
yeah. I guess
a
I know what you mean,
shock.
but a lot you got to remember a lot of the time. I don't know. A lot of people haven't seen it before, so I
Yeah,
guess there's a lot of people that they'll still be scared of the noise of it. Do you know what I mean? And
the fumes.
um, yeah, the
How
fumes
long are
of
you
it.
allowed to stay in there when you were having the chainsaw?
The
Is there a certain amount
chainsaw,
of time and you got to come out for a bit?
yeah, I mean, they had loads of ventilation in there anyway.
Hmm.
And of course, I had to wear the mask and stuff like that because it is fumes right next to you. But yeah, I normally stayed in position when I was in subspecies for about an hour and 45 with a
Oh, that's
chainsaw.
quite a long time then. I
Yeah, it
thought they
is
would have
quite a
broken
long
that up
time.
more.
No, about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And yeah, maybe it's an hour and a half and then a half an hour break. But yeah, no, I love playing that part. Oh God, I enjoyed that
I
part
remember the
so
first
much.
year, and you were in there, and I think I was in touch with you, and I said, "Oh yeah, we're going to come through at this time." And then in the end, I ended up getting the other ending. Do you remember there were two endings?
Oh yeah, the
And I didn't really
alien one.
understand the alien ending, and I was a bit annoyed because apparently people said that was the rare one, but I wanted the other one.
Yeah, it was. I think the idea was great, but we didn't execute it properly. And again, Kieran Kimberly was the show captain then in Subspecies, and I think and Pete Cliff was there, and I think all the ideas were great, but we just couldn't get it to work, unfortunately. I think halfway through the run, I think they just stopped using the alien altogether,
Oh
and I think
yeah,
they just sent them.
only lost for that first year, didn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. And but I think even the first run, I think halfway through they just cut off because I think the mechanism wouldn't go back properly or something like that as well. So they just stopped it. So everyone just come through my way. But oh my god, I love playing the bark. Not the barker, the butcher. Yeah, he was great. The amount like if you it sounds bad, but if you ever in like a bad mood or anything, you're like I just run at people with this chainsaw. Do you know what I mean? And
What'd you
it's
do?
brilliant.
What'd you do if someone's just kind of stands there and doesn't give a reaction to that?
Just go past them.
Oh,
So
I just leave it.
literally, of course, a lot of time, people that come. I remember there was one guy who used to come through Scary Tales, and he never used to get scared. And I remember he
You're like,
just
why are
used
you
to be,
coming through here?
yeah, he'd just be playing face like,
What, just looking at you?
yeah, just looking at me like
Like
smiling,
everyone else.
and in the end, I'm just like, oh, whatever. And do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna if you don't enjoy and take in the whole experience, then what's the point of coming through? But then they must enjoy it because they came through about 6 or 7 times. Do you know what I mean? So they must enjoy
Hmm.
it, but it's just their way of showing the reaction, I guess. I don't know. So
Stacey says I don't understand the first bit. I love the part of the video at the beginning. Did you
Oh,
change your voice or the voiceovers before, or for
so
other areas of the career?
that was Subspecies. I was the kind of like the ringmaster, the puppeteer, or something like called it.
Oh, that was you, was it?
Yeah, in the mask and stuff like that. So basically, yeah, they dubbed my voice. I didn't have to
Yeah,
all that kind of stuff.
I didn't realize that was you.
Yeah, that was me. And then of course they used Nathan in the trailer and Carmen in the trailer and other people that work there as well. And oh, what was it called? It wasn't the inspector or something like that. He was like the ringmaster,
Coordinator, yeah.
coordinator
I know.
or something.
I get the idea. I don't remember it myself either. I just remember it was either the second or the third year they put a scare actor in there slumped over the table in front of the screen. I thought that was such a good scare because I wasn't
Oh
expecting it.
yeah, what did he?
The first year it didn't happen.
Oh no. They never did that with us. The controller, that was it. The controller.
Okay.
The controller. There we go. But yeah, no, they didn't do that with us. But I loved Subspecies. I thought it was such a good maze. I was a bit disappointed it weren't there this year, actually.
It wasn't there.
But no, I don't think it was. No, it wasn't there. No.
I felt like it did what I don't know if you know what Experiment 10 was. I felt like it did that, but better.
Oh,
I
really?
never got to go on
don't know.
Experiment 10, but I heard a lot about it. That was at Thorpe on their 10th anniversary. They did a maze where everyone got split up at the start, and
Yeah.
apparently the throughput was very bad for that
Oh,
reason.
really? I mean, that's what I loved about it because, you come in a group, and the fact that you could be split up and you could be in the maze for 4 minutes or 40
Going in
minutes. You know what I mean?
circles,
Like,
yeah.
and that's what I loved about it.
You turn to your side and someone's getting grabbed backwards through a door, and
Yeah,
then suddenly it closes
yeah. And of course, you already know you don't know what's happening. The anticipation of don't know what's happening. You've gone in there with your mate, and then your mate's going to be taken away. You're like, oh, I'm on my own now. What am I doing? Do you know what I mean? So already the panic sets in. But yeah, I loved it.
We can go on to the. I've got some pictures. There's something I want to ask you about your Kinky Boots stuff eventually.
Yeah,
I've got some pictures of your Facebook. I don't own these pictures, in case
yeah,
anyone asks.
right. Yeah.
There's something. I think I've got it on here. Here we go. The television Blue Alien in 118 advert. As soon as I saw that, I was like, I've got to talk about that.
Yeah, so I was in a 118 advert.
But I've Googled it and I can't find any picture. I Googled Blue Alien, and all it came up with was the Argos aliens. And I was like, I've not Googled Argos.
No, I'm definitely not the Argos alien. Here we go. Oh, wait, I'll show you the other one. Here I am coming. There I am.
Ah, okay. I can't find that on Google when I searched it. I thought,
yeah, that's in my Dropbox. But yeah, so I did a 118 advert. So there was two for I think it was for like train lines and like travel and all that kind of stuff. Apparently if you call 118, they will tell you where the nearest train station is or the local the cab firm and all that kind of stuff. So
how did you get into that situation?
So how I had an agent
okay.
when I left stage school, I had an agent called Gina, and she run an agency called Long Run Artiste, and that was my second or third job with them. But yeah, it was great. I remember it was one day of filming, and oh man, it was amazing. And not just that, the food trucks as well. They were, shoulder of lamb and all this kind of, it was just brilliant.
How much staff did they have for something like that, for filming the advert?
How much staff?
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah, it was a massive team. They've got a wardrobe department, because when I got down there, I don't know if you noticed, but the leotard had a hole cut out so you could see my face. But when I got down there, that wasn't a thing. So they were like, nah, he's got to say a line and we can't really see his reaction, and so do you mind if we've cut a hole? So they were like, yeah, cool. So they cut a hole out and stuff like that. And yeah, so you've got a massive department there. You've got wardrobe, food, makeup, everything. So
going back to Kinky Boots.
Yeah.
When did that start? Was that after? Did you go that kind of way after the accident happened?
So that was 2018, so quite a
Oh, okay.
quite a bit chunk afterwards. So my mum got really sick, and I was going to quit the whole entertainment business and stuff like that, and just work at the airport near me. I live in the Midlands. I was going to go and work at Birmingham International, and and then I had an opportunity to come and audition for. Basically, I went down to see the show in London when I was on tour, and in another show, and I said, "Man, that guy Don in that show is just." I could see myself playing that part, and a lot of people have said you'll be perfect as that role and things like that. And I was always like, oh man, I'd love to play it and stuff like that. There's the team there. Look at them all. And yeah, of course, I got the opportunity to audition. I hadn't done an audition in a long time, and went in, did a song from the show, a couple of scenes, got directed, and then and that was it really. And I walked out. I thought we were going to find out there and then if they wanted me to come back or anything.
Yeah.
And as I walked out, I got a phone call straight away, and they said, "Yeah, we'd like to see you tomorrow for the dance call." And then, of course, I went to the dance call the next day. And for a big guy, I'd like to say I'm not a bad mover. And and the rest is kind of history. I got offered the part as Don in the UK tour of Kinky Boots, and it was amazing. Like, I remember being at college at Reynolds, it says there,
Yeah.
and there was a woman, sorry, there's one of my teachers called Sarah Drummond, and she always knew my niche market. She always knew that I'm a big guy. I'll never play a romantic lead. I'll never be, I'd always play a character, or whether it be like a funny character or a serious character or a club owner or something like that. And she said to me, you won't get your big break until your mid-30s probably. And hearing that at 23 years old, I was like, oh, I've got to wait that long until I get a break. And then, of course, 35 comes along and I get offered Kinky Boots, and I was just like, that's weird. So she was one of the first people I told, and yeah, it was just brilliant. I loved it, and yeah, it was great.
Dan's here, Dan Leach from Coaster Creations.
Hey mate,
Talking about you earlier, Dan, when we're talking about Alton Towers.
Yeah. And go on. Sorry.
No, you can finish. I can ask.
And yeah, I did it. I did it for 16 months, going all over the country. And it's weird because, like, even though you're in the country, there's places you would never go unless
there's places where it feels like you're abroad.
Yeah, like
that's what I felt like when I went on holiday to Wales. It was like I was abroad, but
I mean, Land did know. Clan did know. What a beautiful little beach, seaside town that is. It's stunning. North Wales. I've been to Scotland before. I've been to Edinburgh, but I managed to go like Aberdeen and Glasgow and all these other places, and it was just amazing. Canterbury. I've been there a couple of times.
What was your favourite on that tour?
I said it today because I was telling people that I'm doing this today. My favorite place. I got two places.
Coventry.
Well, we didn't actually perform in Coventry, but one was Birmingham because it's right next to us, and I've always wanted to perform in the Birmingham Hippodrome. It's a lovely theatre, and I managed to get to perform there doing this. And I probably every night I had someone come and see me. And my second place is actually Stoke, because again, it was in the right destination where my family from North can come down and see me. And I had loads of people from Towers come to support me. I think Rob Bagnall and Chris Cope, and I think they come to see her about 3 or 4 times and stuff like that. And so yeah, it was just them two places were my best. For the best audience, which they went crazy for, it has to be Glasgow. They're wicked. They're something else. They are up there. They're brilliant. They just went mad every night for it, and just got really involved in the show and loved every minute of it, and up dancing in the aisles, and it was just awesome. Yeah. So yeah, what I'd do to be doing that character again would be amazing.
So is that finished now, or is there going to be would they get in touch with you for another tour? Or?
So I don't know. If they think I'll be good enough to do it again, and they might get in touch. But I know it's on Norwegian Cruise at the moment, or going on Norwegian cruises. So maybe after that it might come. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how it all.
Are you back at Towers then?
No.
this season?
I'm no. It's very difficult because, like I said, my mum's not very well, so I kind of moved back home in Coventry and started looking after her and my mum and helping my mum and dad about. So I work Monday to Thursday in a pub nearby. They're great because they're quite flexible. And then Tuesdays I teach at an amazing dance school called Gappa, where I do singing and drama and musical
Yeah,
theatre.
I saw a photo on the. I was looking at photos for that Kinky Boots, and
Yeah.
there's a post with some photos where you went to his. Did you give a workshop at school?
Yeah,
Something
yeah,
like the
yeah,
Kinky Boots experience or something like that, wasn't it? Yeah.
I do quite. I did quite a lot of Pauline Quirk Academy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did one in Sunderland. I did one in Llandudno. Did one in rugby. I did one, all over, and even different dance schools. You know what I mean? And I just think if you don't know the story of Kinky Boots, I think it's one of those that you should go and look it up, because I think everybody would take a bit of a branch from it and go, actually, it's time to accept people for who they are and just be who you want to be. Do you know what I mean? So they're the.
I feel bad because I don't know the story.
Well, I'm very disappointed. No, I'm joking. So it's such a good show. Like, even the film's great though. The film is amazing. So, but yeah. Oh, what's this? Is that me or are you doing that?
Doing what?
Oh no, it's on my computer. I don't know what's going on. What is going on with my computer?
So, would you be able to go back for Scarefest or not?
Yeah, I think I can. 2 seconds. There we go. They're back. Yeah, I think. Yeah, there's nothing to say. I won't go back. How do I walk in those boots? With great difficulty. Great difficulty.
You
As
probably got
being
used to it after a while, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I mean, the cast members will probably vouch for me. I think it was like the last, I don't know, 4 months that I was actually like, yeah, I'm okay. But I mean,
You take them off, got blisters.
Honestly, I only wore them for 8 minutes in the show. Not even that, I don't think. And then, some of the angels in the show, they were doing backflips and like box splits.
Wearing the boots?
Yeah, wearing like heels like this. Do you know what I mean?
Do you ever get any injuries?
I mean, quite, when you're running off a little bit of a twist of a little bit of a wobble of the ankle, but not really. We had an amazing physio team there, and they really looked after us every week. And if you get like a niggle or anything like that, they do tell you to ice up or give you a bit of a stretch and stuff like that, because it is quite full on. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad at all. Going back to Scarefest, yeah, I'll never say never to go back to Scarefest. Never say never.
Is it quite?
Watch this space.
Is it quite difficult to get accommodation up there?
At Alton Towers?
Well, just for start. Well, working nearby, or.
I mean, they did provide accommodation for Scarefest employees this year. I mean, they didn't apply. But you still had to pay, kind of.
Yeah.
But me being me, I like my own space, and I think you had to share with, like, it was like bunk beds, and you had to share with like people of the cast and stuff like that. And I just thought, no, I'd like my own space, so I hired one in Upper Teen, which is only about 15 minutes away. A lovely little place. I had my own room, ensuite bathroom, and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I paid a lot more for it, but it was worth it. You know what I mean?
You're showing off every day when you go in. You're like, well, I have my own bathroom.
Yeah. Oh, I had such a hot shower. How was yours? So yeah, it was good.
I was going to say, do you want to do this quiz? I've got a quiz we're going to do every week. And then I'm going to save what score you get, and then
what's it?
We'll see if Nick Hudson beats you next week. Nick Hudson's coming on next week.
Is he, Nick?
Yeah, he said to send you his best.
Oh, Matt, I haven't seen.
We're going to talk about
in a long time.
Day Part and the musical next week.
Mate, is that still going ahead?
That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about.
Well, I said to him, if you need a big fat man, I'm your man. Do you know what I mean? So, okay.
He changes the script to that point, puts a line through it. Changes it.
Yeah,
Features
big fat
him.
man. No. Okay. Come on, let's have this
You
quiz.
obviously know more than I do about that, so I'll find out next
Well,
week.
I don't. I haven't seen him. Actually, I'm popping down to London mid-March, so I might see if he wants to grab a coffee and do that. But what's this quiz about, by the way?
I made it about Alton Towers related stuff.
Oh,
It's just going to be a 10-question quiz, and then there'll be different questions next week for the next person, but we'll keep the scores over.
I mean, Nick would be probably better than me then.
I was tempted to call it the Spinball Quizzer.
Oh, like that.
But I thought there'd be questions you'd have a good chance at some of them, and then others probably not so much.
Yeah, if it's anything about like when was Nemesis really over?
Oh no, they're not like enthusiast ones.
I wouldn't know.
I didn't think you were up on that.
No, absolutely not. I'm not. Okay, hit me. Let's go.
Right, number 1. The Sanctuary Alton Towers was a scare maze themed around which ride's story?
Oh,
I
my
thought you'd
word.
know that straight away.
Is it 13?
No.
Oh my word! Everyone's gonna laugh at me.
It was the Smiler.
The Smiler, of course.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's
Number 2.
bad.
How many inversions does the Smiler have? Oh,
14.
Yeah, there we go. Which primary colour is predominantly used on the Alton Towers theme park uniform?
Black.
Primary colour. It's black and something else, isn't it?
Red.
Yes. Oh, he's got 2 right so far. Number 4. Which of these was not given a secret weapon codename when being built? Air 13 or Rita Queen of Speed?
Rita Queen of Speed.
Yeah, that's 3. Right, number 5. Which of these wasn't a scare maze at Alton Towers? The Curse, the Boiler House, or Subspecies?
The Curse.
Yeah. Which of these rides opened first?
God, here we go. See?
The Monorail, the River Rapids, the Haunted House.
Monorail?
No, it was the River Rapids.
Oh.
Which sci-fi TV celebrity made an appearance at the opening of the Monorail in 1987?
David. Oh no. Sci-fi actor.
Yeah. I was actually quite surprised by this. Like, there's photos of it.
Is it?
I'll give you that. It was William Shatner.
Oh yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, Shatner. Yeah, I didn't know. I was just a guess.
Before its transition in 2008, what was Mutiny Bay called?
Treasure Island?
No, it was Merry England.
No idea.
Number 9. What colour are the restraints on Oblivion?
Orange.
Yes. And in 2020, Alton Towers celebrated an anniversary of how many years? They're not going to ask you back.
Oh, they're not gonna. 75.
That's wishful thinking. 40 years.
Oh, do you know I was going to say 40 as well?
I think you only got about 3 wrong there. It was pretty good.
It's not too bad, I guess. Not too bad. I thought that was Stacey laughing at me in the background. Then I was like,
that was my chair. I was just leaning back on it.
Yeah.
I think Danny was laughing at you there.
Yeah, thank you, Danny. Yeah,
oh yeah, Stacey is laughing now.
Oh god, here we go.
Primer laughter.
Sorry, yeah, thank you.
I purposely made them quite easy. I thought you might struggle on the William Shatner one, but the rest he should.
No, I thought I knew it was someone from Star Trek, but I just couldn't remember his name. But yeah, that's annoying that I got the Sanctuary wrong with the Smiler. I didn't even think that. That's annoying.
I thought you'd know straight away. I thought, oh, the scare maze.
Yeah, of course. And as soon as you said it, I was like, of course, it's the Smiler. Yeah, that was a good maze. That was a good maze.
Did you go through that one yourself?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember Pete taking me and Paul Coulter to show all these ideas and stuff that he had for it, and where it was going to be in the towers and all that. And I was like, oh, it sounds brilliant. And it was kind of one of those. It wasn't very like jumpy, but it kind of messed with your head a bit. And you know, that kind of scares me more. I know too much about towers. All right, Danny, show off.
Danny, am I allowed to tell Demitri how you got fired from Alton Towers?
Oh, it's not a competition. Oh, well, it is a competition. That's funny though. I thought it was Treasure Island too. Yeah, see, thank you.
Oh, I miss Merry England. Merry England was a great little. It was medieval.
I didn't even know it was called that. I was
back when I had the swan boats.
Oh, I remember the swan boats. Yeah,
they were so iconic.
Yeah, they were great, weren't they? Yeah, but I was never there. I wasn't there when they were there. So that was fun though.
Yeah, he says I can tell him. I don't think I'm going to get in trouble for telling it. Basically, when he told me this a few years ago, when I second time I met, I'm not going to say his second name, but Danny, he used to work at Alton Towers because he's from Anglesey originally.
Okay.
And it's become about him now.
Yeah.
Basically, he was on the Sky ride at the Cloud Cuckoo Land End, I believe. And basically, from what I understand, he's going to comment if I'm wrong. He let them stay on, and obviously he got in trouble because if it had broken down, there's no way to get people off when on that turnaround bit.
Right. Okay.
So
and he got sacked for that.
He got put on litter picking duty after that for the rest of the year.
Oh, it's what you used to do at school, isn't it?
But if I know Danny as well as I think I do, I can imagine
leaving 2 grannies to go around on the back of the.
I don't know what that means.
God
if knows. I know him like I think I do, he probably had people in there going, "We're not getting off," and he'd be like, "Yeah, fine."
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That is true, Danny. No way. So, when's the last time you've been at Towers? Then are you going to go back this year? Or?
I went last year. I think me and Stacey are going to buy passes this weekend because they've waived the introductory fee for paying monthly.
Oh, have they?
Because it's only probably go for the gold because the platinum's got blackout dates, but it's only about 10 dates, and the dates we don't go because it's too busy.
Yeah.
But it's about 15 quid a month, and it's usually a 60 quid sign up fee as well, so that's not bad.
What? And they've got rid of this.
That's for Merlin.
Oh, is it?
That's the gold Merlin pass, and that's they waived the fee till like the 27th of March, I think it is.
Oh, wowza! Well, I am working for one Merlin attraction.
Are you allowed to say or not? Blackwall Tower.
No, Warwick Castle.
Oh yeah, the Santa Claus. So we've got time for that.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't know if we were allowed to tell people you were Santa Claus.
Hello there, children. Yeah, again at Alton Towers, I did my first ever Santa job there.
Are you getting bookings yet? Because you got bookings as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I've started getting. So I had a booking on Christmas Day, Boxing Day come along, week up to New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve being my birthday.
Oh, they still ask for it after Christmas then?
Well, yeah, no, sorry, the week up I had off, so I did nothing. I just chilled and stuff like that. New Year's Eve being my birthday, I had a really nice birthday. And then the 3rd of January, someone messaged me, said, "Hi, can we book you for top 5 of Christmas?" And I was just like, "Oh my God, like it's literally just gone." But yeah, no, I'm back at Warwick Castle again this year doing their 5 Christmas. I thoroughly enjoyed it last year. I think we're planning on doing a couple of more dates this year as well. I think 10 more dates or something like that they're planning on doing, because I know it sold out quite quickly this year. So yeah, it's literally the perfect gig for me. It's 15-20 minutes down the road for me. 10 till 5 every day. It might be extended, I don't know. Last year it was 10 till 5. And I just loved it. So, and that's why this year I'm trying to learn a bit of sign language, because I think it would just be brilliant if
the Macaton, wasn't it?
Yeah, Macaton I'm trying to learn. And I mean, I haven't started it yet. I should have really, but yeah, I've been trying to learn that and stuff like that. And but yeah, I can't wait to start again. Really, do you know what I mean? I love playing 5 Christmas. I've done it for about 10 years now. And Lapland UK in Ascot, I did it there for a couple of years and thoroughly enjoyed that. So Now
Is that
I'm
like a
staying.
Winter Wonderland thing at Ascot?
Yeah, so it's quite a big event actually. A lot of famous people come along to it. Like you get the Beckhams come along, and I was lucky enough to do my first year to do Alton John's family. Of course, Alton weren't there, but I managed to do all that and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a massive event, and I mean, it's the price wise, I think, is a lot of money, but the experience that your family get is phenomenal. You're there for 3 hours. You ice skate, you make
Oh, I can't ice
toys.
skate. Can you
Oh,
ice skate?
absolutely not. No.
I tried once, and I thought I'll give it a go, and it just felt like you're constantly falling over.
Yeah, and also like you tighten muscles that you didn't know you had because you're so scared of falling over. And yeah, a lot of my friends can ice skate and they look really cool, and I'm just not cool apart from my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Do you want to show the front of it?
Okay, hold on.
It's taking a bite out of it.
Turtle power, man. Turtle power.
A new game coming out soon.
A new one?
Yeah, it's like it's called Shredder's Revenge or something. It's like a side-scrolling fight beat 'em up game.
Nice. I know
like
there's
the
a new.
arcade.
Oh, really? Is that for
Like...
PlayStation or?
It should be, yeah.
Oh, I will purchase. I'm hoping that the new film is better than the old, well, the latest films that they did.
I thought the first one was alright. I didn't really like the second one.
See, the second one should be better because they had Krang, didn't they? And I just thought.
Well, they had Bebop and Rocksteady as well, but.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And you can't beat the originals. The ones in the Jim Henderson puppets. Do you know what I mean? You just can't beat them. You just still can't.
I didn't really mind the third one that much, although it was a bit crazy. The time.
Oh, what the time? Mate, I still love it. I just love it. Like I love it when Mikey runs past. He goes, huh. Oh, was it Clint Eastwood? Nah. And he turns around. He's like, dun, 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 dun. I love it all. Like,
you know the little Easter eggs about the film, like in the first one when Raph gets hit by that car, the guy driving the car is the actor that plays him in the suit.
Yeah. And I know the guy who's the pizza delivery dude is in Leonardo, isn't he, in the first one?
Yeah.
Like,
doubled up.
Oh, mate, I love that. That number 2 is probably the best opening.
Not the best film overall, though.
What out of all three? What out of all three? Oh,
yeah.
I like Secret Thieves. Do you prefer number 1?
Yeah.
See, number 1.
They don't use the weapons in the second one.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they told turn it down a bit, didn't they? I just love it. Was like, who are you? Pizza delivery, and then he's like, yeah, it's good. I'm like, kick their ass. He goes, oh, did I say I study martial arts? Guess not. I just love it. It's just brilliant. I love them all. I watch them all the time. And Rob Bagnall and Paul and everyone will know that I'm into turtles. Had a massive collection of turtles. Still got a massive collection of turtles. So, yeah, man.
Who's your favourite?
Oh, it's got to be Donnie.
Ah, Stacey's favourite.
It's got to be Donnie.
I like Raph.
Yeah,
I can relate to Raph.
What? Because you got anger issues? I mean, I think I'm a part of I'm a little bit. Well, apart from, yeah. I mean, Mikey, I just love being funny.
It's weird how he's such a fool and he's got the most intricate weapon to use.
Yeah, and now I really want to look into The Last Ronin because.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You've not read spoilers, have you?
No, I know what turtle it is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're not going to ruin it for everyone.
Yeah. No. But yes, I vote Donnie.
I normally go on Amazon Kindle. You can buy them digital comics quite cheap.
Oh, can you? Oh, nice. Yeah. I might have to purchase. So.
But I think we're going to have to leave it there because you've got your football, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm going to go and play in goal.
That's all right.
God help me. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind playing in golf with the boys. We do it every week. It's quite a good laugh actually to meet up with the rest of my mates and stuff like that and have a kick about. And they're all got families and work double hard and stuff like that. So
did you want to? Man. I'll put them in the description after. But did you want to tell anyone about where they can find you on social media?
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook at Demitri Lampra, Instagram at Demitri Lampra, and Twitter. Funny enough, Demitri Lampra.
That's quite a good name to have because no one else has it.
Yeah, not a lot of people have got it. Yeah, but yeah, that's me.
But yeah, I appreciate that. Cheers for
You're
joining us.
very welcome, mate. And we'll do it again sometime.
Yeah, definitely. When Nick cuts
Amazing.
He's
Yeah,
on next week.
mate, I'll have to
next
join.
week, everyone.
Mate, I'll have to join in and see if we give him a bit of
You can join in if you want. We can bring you in.
Oh yeah, well, let me know. Let me know.
But it's going to be 8 o'clock next week because Kieran Quinn can only make 8 o'clock, so we're doing it.
Oh, is Quinny coming in as well?
Hopefully, yeah.
Oh, brilliant!
I'll come back next week.
Yeah, I'll come back next week. I'll be a regular. Take care, guys.
I appreciate that.
Nice one. Take care, man. It's good seeing you again. See you later. Bye bye, mate. Bye bye.